back again. I'm trying to pre-film as much as I can so that I can get a couple videos up for you guys consistently. But I had a couple different requests for different hairstyles, so I figured I would make this video just a couple different easy looks for day to day. Could be going out to work, running errands, quick to be at home with your kids if you're running around with a bunch of kids, or if you want to go out. They could be versatile enough to do day or night. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with a quick and easy, just low braid. So what I'm going to do is first prep my hair, and I want to start off by saying that your preparation with your products is just as important as the technique and the time that you put into your hairstyle. So first I'm going to go in with the Launch Manage Marula Oil Hydrating Mist. This is definitely an oil mist, and for somebody who has fine or thin hair such as myself, you're going to want to concentrate a product like this on your mid shaft and your ends. You do not want to put this on your roots because then it could absolutely go looking like a oily situation very quickly. And this does direct you to apply this onto dry hair. So we're going to go ahead and just lightly spritz the ends just like that, and it smells amazing. And we're going to take a wide tooth comb and just go ahead and pull that on through. Then I'm going to take the Deja Vu dry shampoo from Launch, and I'm just going to liven up the roots. And any dry shampoo that you get, whether it is this brand or any other brand out there, most other brands do leave that white cast in your hair. Do not be afraid. You don't want to leave it after you've sprayed it. You want to really massage it into the scalp and then brush or comb it through to help evenly distribute that throughout the hair. That white cast will go away as long as you ensure to massage it through. Alright, and then we're going to go in with the Salt and Sea Texturizing Spray. Specifically for my hair type, if you're somebody that struggles to keep your style the way that you styled it initially, I would always recommend a texturizing spray. There are aerosols, there are wet sprays such as that one. I absolutely love the Not Your Mother's brand. You can find it at Walmart or pretty much any drugstore. And I'm a big fan of Bumble and Bumble. They've got some great products for volume and hydration, and that can be found on their website or at Ulta for sure. I'm not so sure about Sephora, but I can look into that for you guys. But now that we've got a little bit of texture to work with, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I, because of my haircut, am going to leave some pieces out to frame. And I am specifically going to be working with a Dutch braid today, which, if you're not familiar with a Dutch braid, a French braid is side over middle braid, whereas a Dutch braid is the reverse of that. It is completely inverted. And I have, because of how I'm going to do my hair, I will go ahead and turn around so that you can see how I'm doing this. We're going to take middle over side. And I'll go slowly. Before I start pulling pieces in, I want to get a couple, 1 or 2 rounds in first before I start pulling the rest of the hair in. this is obviously going to be a loose, messy braid. We're not looking for perfection here. Okay, I'm turning around now so that you can see the front. We will adjust as necessary. And we're just braiding in an upside down fashion. Obviously, any pieces that you want to adjust, you could plug in your flat iron or curling iron and just style the front pieces as necessary. I'm gonna leave mine just for the quickness of the video, but yeah, that is absolutely an option. Or you can style, curl, or flat iron your hair beforehand. If you're gonna do this braid though, depending on your hair texture and type, I would recommend leaving it as wavy and as curly as possible so that the braid will hold. Okay, so and I'm gonna leave about a 2 to 3 inch section out. And then we're gonna just take a clear elastic. I buy mine at Walmart. Clear ones do not tug on the hair. I believe they make colored ones and black ones now, but it used to be that the colored or black ones didn't have that silicone coating so that they don't tug on the hair. I'm sure that they have changed that now. All right, so while we're working with this here, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start loosening up and relaxing these braided pieces so that we get a much more romantic kind of a look. And obviously my layers are poking through, which I do not mind, but if you struggle with that, what you can do is as you start to see them poking out, you can take clear elastics and put those in as the layers are poking out, but then continue braiding through. Or you can take some of those mini bobby pins. They're about a third of the size of a normal size bobby pin, and they're intended for updos such as this, and you can pin in those pieces to kind of mask them. So now I'm going to go in with the Chic 3-way hairspray, and we're going to do like the medium hold. If you would prefer more volume in your braid, you can go in and back comb or tease at the crown area before you start your braid. But on a day-to-day basis, if I'm gonna just braid my hair, this is how I would do it. Show you the finished look in the back. And if you really want it to stay, definitely hit that good with some hairspray. That and the texturizing spray will really give you something for your hair to grip onto and stay longer throughout the day. If you have any flyaways, which I think we're doing all right now, my hairline is very difficult because it wants to automatically go this way, but because of my face shape and asymmetrical face, I feel like this is my good side, so I try to keep my hair over here. But anyway, if you have flyaways, I would take a light serum or oil or nourishing gloss, such as this is the Lange Satin Nectar. I mean like a tiny little dot, like a speck. Rub it in your palms and just lightly flatten. Don't rub it into your roots, just lightly flatten those flyaways, and then make sure you wash your hands, otherwise you're gonna have grease everywhere. All right, that is look 1 complete. The next look we're gonna do is gonna be a slicked back ponytail. That was one of the specific requests on one of my last videos from somebody. Normally I would have, I mean my hair is straight right now, just a little kinked up from wearing it up today. I did that faux bang video earlier as I was getting ready. We have texture spray, hairspray, we also have dry shampoo in there, so we're working with a lot of texture right now, so we are fine. I also would put thicket cream in my hair yesterday before I blew it out, So I definitely have a lot of texture. All right, when it comes to slicking, when you're looking for a very sleek or slicked back hairstyle, some of the most important products that I feel are necessary are a Boar bristle brush, because those Boar bristles are going to naturally distribute any product or oils you have in your hair, and it's going to help to lay any flyaways flat. A rat tail comb is also a very important piece, because this is not only going to be able to help you lift up sections, you can tease with this, but you can also take the very fine teeth and you can also lay flat. All right, so what we're first going to do is hit my hair with a little bit of the Nourishing gloss and just a little concoction of the Sorbet Botanical Smoothing Balm from Launch and a little bit of that. So I'm going to do about a half a pea size of each. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I mean like the tiniest little bit. The tiniest little bit, because of how fine my hair is. And we are just gonna very lightly put that here in the front, because that is where we're gonna lay the hair. Never forget the underside, the neck area also, because when you're laying your hair flat, that is a very missed area on most people. They're so focused on sleeking out the top and the front that they completely disregard the nape of the neck, and that is absolutely a place that is showing. Comb. You want your hair to be as as combed out, knot free as possible. Then we're going to go through at the crown. Your crown area is exactly where, what it sounds like if you were to have a tiara on your head, where it would rest appropriately. It is from about here and goes to about here. So, and that is the area most people struggle with to get volume. So I'm going to take my rat tail comb and I'm going to back comb, and I mean gently. A lot of people struggle to get volume in specific hairstyles such as this, which would be like a sleeked back ponytail. So rather than fluffing your hair and creating frizz, back combing is a great option, because you can always sleek it out on top and make it look very natural. Really creating this volume to help the ponytail hold, not necessarily to create volume, because depending on where you want your ponytail to sit, this teasing, like say you want your ponytail to sit right on top of your head, this obviously would not be necessary unless you have similar hair type as me, then it kind of is. All right, so what I'm going to do next is take my Boar bristle brush, and as I am brushing, I'm going to take an Invisible Oil Soft Texture Finishing Spray from Bumble and Bumble, because this is almost like a shine spray, and it's going to help lay everything flat and create that shine. So first, I'm going to hit the nape of my neck. This stuff smells really good. Bumble and Bumble has incredible hair products too, you guys. So I am just taking that there, and obviously we're gonna we're gonna go through and perfect, so do not worry. You can leave out pieces if you want. If I'm gonna do a sleek back ponytail, I am not gonna leave pieces out. But what I am gonna do is create almost a poof in the very front. See how that boar bristle just completely sleeks everything down, gives a beautiful kind of shine, helps distribute all those products that we put into our hair. You see that? And all those little pieces by my ears or wherever you are struggling with, we can hit later with the rat tail comb and a couple other products. Go around and show you guys, but that teasing that I did created fantastic volume and texture for that ponytail to hold, and it gives me a little bit of a better like head shape, because I feel like sometimes my head is so small that when my hair, the reason why I strive for volume is because when my hair lays flat, it just doesn't give that perfect head shape, if that makes any sense at all. And I'm taking one hair elastic based on your hair thickness. I wrapped it around 3 times. Now, I'm going to take my Bedhead Mini Masterpiece Massive Shine Stronghold Hairspray. This is a Stronghold, obviously. You can get different holds of hairspray anywhere from light to medium to strong. The stronger it is, the harder it will be to maneuver the hair. So just make sure that you're using a stronghold for when you are absolutely done and you want to keep your style where it's at. I'm going to hit this. I just sprayed myself in the face. No biggie. Take the rat tail comb and just hit those ends. And I'm not really combing all the way through, because if you do that, you're going to start to create a buildup of hair here. I'm almost laying it sideways. Sideways. You can see that, and I do have a lot of flyaways up here from years of trying to retrain my hairline. Go underneath. And all of that texture spray and product and teasing that we put in here is really going to help hold that. If you still struggle with little flyaways near the ears, I wouldn't keep trying to hit them and make them go upwards, because they're just going to fall throughout the day and make a kind of frizzy look. I typically will just pull mine down gently, or even hit it with the flat iron a little bit, just so that they'll lay. All right, so now to spice it up a little bit. Oops. Excuse me guys, no counter space. I'm sure you already know this. Now, we're going to tease inside of the ponytail. See, this is what I mean. Like, if I was not talking and I was doing this, I could do this style in a matter of a few minutes, and it could absolutely be versatile enough to do for daytime work and look super polished and clean, or you could do it for a night going out at night. And what you could do is take extensions and wrap them around the ponytail to blend in with your hair and give it an even more voluminous look. And we will sleek that out even more. I was just trying to create some volume here because now we're going to take an under about a 1 inch thick piece. And what we're going to want is for that piece to be sleek and shiny, because what we're going to do, I'm going to hit it with the Bumble and Bumble dry oil texturizing finishing spray. I'm going to wrap it. Now I'm gonna stop here because if I keep wrapping, my ends are gonna start to fray and it's not going to give that very clean look that I'm looking for. I would recommend, if you have layers, definitely stop once you have covered the elastic. That way that it doesn't create that fraying and poking out effect. Oh, my bobby pins are falling all over the place. And I'm taking bobby pins in an angle, like literally pointing them straight towards the front of my head and crisscrossing each one of them so that the bobby pins grip to each other and will stay. And the more you take your hair like this and pull to tighten it, the more it's going to create a fraying of your hair and it's going to become messy, and that sleek look is not going to stay. So definitely make sure that before you sleek it back with the comb, the Boar bristle brush, and before you wrap the piece of hair around, that you have it as tight as you want it, because once you get to this step, it's going to be a little too late. All right, guys, now we're going to go ahead and hit it with the Chic 3-way hairspray. And I'm going to pull it up just a little bit like this. All right. See, normally, because of how thin my hair is, it would not look so voluminous. But because of that teasing and the product that we used, it definitely looks much thicker than my natural hair. And I'm lifting that up to show you guys. So that is the second complete look. Super quick and easy. You can even do it with like 3 or 4 day unwashed hair. I think, I have a little bit of makeup right there, but I think that this is gonna be a beautiful, timeless look on literally any face shape. If you are somebody with much coarser, curlier, or wavier hair, I would probably recommend either blowing it out and or flat ironing it before you start to go into this step. If you would prefer to have your ends curly but sleek this down, ensure that you have a good oil or serum or even smoothing balm or a pomade of some kind, or even the finishing oil spray. And oil spray is great for trying to do a sleek back look like this. And so yeah, anybody can achieve this look. All it takes is a couple of simple tools and products, and you can get any of these products. It doesn't have to be Launch. You can get stuff from the drugstore. There are plenty of texturizing sprays, oil serums, dry oils, or pomades that you can get at a reasonable price. I'm just kind of talking Launch up because I was so surprised at how cheap their products were with their promo codes. So right now the code CHEERS or the code LOVEYOU and I'll put that in the description box, but you can get up to like 60% off of hair care products. And so I paid less than $10 a bottle for the majority of these products, and that's about what you're going to pay at a drugstore. Sometimes you pay more at a drugstore depending on what you're getting. So yes, that would conclude the second hairstyle. The third hairstyle, what I'm going to go ahead and do is work off of this one, and it's super simple and easy. You don't have to start with a sleeked back perfect ponytail, but you could, or you could just start with a basic regular ponytail. But I do this at least twice a week, especially when I'm super busy. I'll throw my hair up super quick, especially if it's unwashed, and I will put the ponytail up. I typically don't have the hair wrapped around it to make it as clean and pretty, but I will literally just braid it. And the more texture and volume we have, the better, because it's gonna make it look super pretty. But I'm just creating a regular braid here. And I try to bring it down as far as possible so that the least amount of ends are poking through. And I'm going to secure that with an elastic, just another elastic. Oh, that one just went flying. Nails, guys. Yeah, see, the way I got my layers cut in this time, they were very like, they're not perfectly faded. They're kind of a little bit choppy. But what I'm gonna do is loosen that braid up. And then we are gonna take this braid. Doesn't really matter which way it goes. I kind of just work with how my hairstyle is looking. And we're literally just gonna wrap it in a circle and pin this underneath the main piece. And that's it. And you have like the most perfect little ballerina bun. Adorable, super effortless, easy to do, and I believe it would look beautiful on any woman, any hair type. Struggling to manage my bobby pins here, you guys. And the looser that you pull apart the braid, the more voluminous and volumized your hair looks. And I'm literally putting them in and like just pointing them towards the front of my hair. And in my last video, I explained how I like to, when I put my bobby pins in my hair, I don't put them in like this with the ridges facing upwards. I put them in my hair with the ridges laying on my scalp because it grabs onto the hair so much better. All right, so we have this little end sticking out. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that around and pin that in. Bobby pins can be your best friend. I've used them for years just because if I'm gonna do an updo such as this on my hair, I rarely will use hair ties or clips or anything like that. I will straight use bobby pins. I only had to put 2 in because of how much like product and how tight to my head it was, but you know, a box of maybe 500 bobby pins is probably less than $5. But I will go ahead and show you guys the finished look, and you can hit that with a shine spray. If I was trying to have this stay all day long, I would go for my highest hold hairspray, and this, it has a shine element to it also, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I got this from Kroger Marketplace. I don't know if regular Kroger carries Bedhead. I think they do, but I know Bedhead is a very popular brand. This mini masterpiece, the Massive Strong, this is amazing, especially for updos, sleeked back updos, because it not only holds, but it gives you that beautiful shine. And that is it, you guys. That was my improvised, quick 3 on-the-go hairdos to look beautiful and stylish and effortless and timeless. I love you guys so much. I will see you soon.